Having discovered the mouth of God to be the mind of man, a mind which lives on words or inner talking, we should feed into our minds only loving, noble thoughts. Neville Goddard. Through our minds, we channel a creative force, the creative force, mirroring the idea that we are co-creators of our experience. Imagine the possibilities when we fully embrace this role. Every single thought, every single intention acts as this creative force, creating the brushstrokes on the canvas of our lives. This isn't about passive wishing and hoping, but about expecting and engaging actively with our potential to mold, influence, and transform our reality. Our inner conversations are the Word of God, creating life about us, as we create it within ourselves. In this video, we're going to peel back the layers of the concept that the mouth of God is the mind of man. And I'll share with you a powerful method that I've created based on this idea and that I use in my own life with great success. This is going to take your understanding and application of these ideas to new heights by going beyond the surface of these words and diving into the depths of them where the real magic happens. This phrase, the mouth of God is the mind of man, captures the essence that our thoughts and words have divine power, shaping our reality in powerful ways that we often underestimate. It embodies the idea that we have the utmost potential to manifest our desires and influence the world around us. And we do this all of the time, even if we're unaware of it. God became man so that we could become God. We can know God through ourselves, and more specifically through the power of our imagination, the mouth of God. To quote Neville Goddard once more, "We must live wholly on the level of imagination itself, and it must be consciously and deliberately undertaken. It does not matter if at the present moment external facts deny the truth of your assumption. If you persist in your assumption, it will become fact." To live wholly on the level of imagination is a practice that demands our full attention and conscious participation. It's a deliberate and conscious effort to dwell in the realm of what we're manifesting, even when the tangible world appears to contradict that. We do this by regarding the material world as an illusion, the dead world of Caesar, as Neville says, while we stay committed to the imagination as the mouth of God. This is done until you begin to question which reality is actually real, the material reality or the reality in your mind. That is when you will know that the new reality is taking hold of you and beginning to form fully. If you feast on that and remain faithful to that mental diet, you will crystallize it. You create a conviction that you will not be moved by external circumstances, that nothing can shake the mouth of God within you. You become so absorbed in your inner world that you begin to laugh at the outer reflection of it until it shifts. And you don't allow old thoughts and emotions to move you in any way. In fact, from this place of power, they hold very little weight. As stated in Romans 12, verse 2, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind." Regarding the dead world of Caesar, Neville states, "Do not waste one moment in regret, for to think feelingly of the mistakes of the past is to reinfect yourself. Let the dead bury the dead." The dead world of Caesar represents the material world governed by the laws of time, space, and causality. A world where the past is often allowed to dictate the emotional and psychological state of the present and what can be created by the renewal of your mind. In other words, by revisiting and ruminating on the dead world, we essentially loop our reality. So we focus solely on the present and engage with the imaginative potential of our mind to break free from this loop. Dwelling on what is does not just waste precious present moments, but actively works against our progress and transformation. Imagination is where all new possibilities exist and are created. The creative power of our thoughts and feelings in the present moment shape our reality actively. The dead world of Caesar is only an echo of our past thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions. So your place of power is in the now moment. Within your mind and your conviction, which I'm going to teach you how to use in just a moment. Now is the appointed time. Now is the day of salvation. Now is the appointed time. Today is the day of my amazing good fortune. I say this to myself daily, by the way. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Through the portals of the present, the whole of time must pass. Imagine elsewhere as here, and then as now. The key is persistence. Persisting in your assumption means holding on to your vision with unwavering faith and conviction, even in the face of apparent contradictions in the external world, so that you begin to change the reality loop. You may or may not be familiar with the story of Neville Goddard and his mentor Abdullah regarding Neville's trip to Barbados, but it's very relevant to this video. Neville was in New York and had no money and no way of getting there. As he tells Abdullah this, Abdullah's reply is, "If you want to go, Neville, you have gone." Neville inquires, "What do you mean I have gone?" And Abdullah replies once more, "As you walk through this door now, you are not walking on 72nd Street. You are walking on palm-lined streets, coconut-lined streets. This is Barbados. You do not say how when you are there. You are there. Now you walk as though you were there." 2 weeks later, Neville still has no money or way to get to Barbados and expresses this to Abdullah. Abdullah stands up, walks away, slams the door behind him and says, "I have said all that I have to say." Neville's brother ends up sending him a ticket for the last ship sailing to Barbados for the reasons that he wanted to go. As he goes to retrieve this ticket, they tell him he can only travel third class. When he tells Abdullah this, Abdullah says, "Who told you that you are going third class? Did I see you in Barbados, the man you are, going third class? You are in Barbados and you went there first class." When Neville arrives for the trip, they tell him, "We have good news for you, Mr. Goddard. There's been a cancellation and you are going first class." Neville remained faithful to the ideas Abdullah expressed to him and manifested the exact outcome. As he states, his dimensionally greater self took the assumption as the command and brought it into being. "I have ways ye know not of. My ways are past finding out." Abdullah's instructions of taking 72nd Street and creating them as Barbados, even though the physical senses said otherwise, is exactly how we manifest our desires into tangible realities. Most importantly, when he said, "You do not say how when you are already there," is a line that we can take a lot of information from. If you already have something, you're not seeking to manifest it. You merely only have to embody the state. Slamming the door and stating, "I have said all that I have to say," shows us that we close our minds to the exterior world and rely solely on our imagination, with faith, until the manifestation presents itself. Now let's integrate these insights and apply them in a practical way. Here I'm going to guide you through a dynamic, imaginative method designed specifically for manifestation based on these principles, and demonstrate how to actively harness the mouth of God within you for dynamic, life-changing results. The first step involves jotting down the traits that you aim to possess as the evolved version of yourself, the one who's living the experiences that you desire in the present tense, where the source of your creative energy flows. For a more thorough breakdown of becoming clear on these traits, I strongly suggest checking out the video that I posted last week, where I teach you my method for aligning your self-concept with your vision. You'll find a link to that video in the description below should you need to reference it. I recommend writing down a minimum of 5 to 10 such traits. I'm going to give you examples of traits in present tense form. Essentially, these are affirmations that in the next steps we're going to charge with intense energy, imagination, and concentration. This process is designed to ensure that your subconscious mind, which I personally relate to the mouth of God, forms a powerful association with these affirmations. This will transform your beliefs and actions at a deep level and keep your imaginative act at the forefront of your mind. Here are some affirmation examples in the present tense. I am deeply connected to my inner wisdom and make decisions with clarity and ease. I am radiating positivity, and attract positive experiences and people into my life. I am a powerful creator, manifesting my desires with precision and intention. I am overflowing with creativity, finding innovative solutions and ideas effortlessly. I am in perfect health, energized and vibrant in my body and mind. I am a magnet for abundance, welcoming wealth, prosperity, and success in all areas of my life. I am calm and centered, maintaining peace within regardless of the external circumstances. I am a master of communication, expressing myself clearly and understanding others deeply. I am resilient, effortlessly navigating challenges and emerging stronger from them. I am deeply loved and supported, surrounded by relationships that uplift and inspire me. Remember to create these affirmations in a way that cultivates a sense of already embodying the qualities that you wish to develop. If you have difficulty with this, ask yourself, who am I becoming? Or, what does a person who has the things that I want think, feel, and act like? After creating your affirmations, you'll engage in a visualization technique designed to deeply imprint these concepts onto your subconscious mind. Here's the method that I created that I call the Energized Intention Portal. Pause for a moment and visualize a radiant circle of energy positioned directly in front of you. This circle acts as a sacred space where you can multiply the energy of your imaginative acts and cast seeds of energized intention so they become a part of your physical reality. Within this space, you are going to mentally and energetically build the experiences that you wish to manifest in your life. Next, you're going to stand just outside of your energy circle. This is a physical action part of the process where you're standing in position and mentally envisioning your energy circle placed before you. As you prepare to energize your affirmations, hold your hand close to your mouth, about an inch away, so that you can feel the warmth of your breath. Speak each affirmation into your hand, infusing it with your breath's energy. Then, with intention, cast the energized affirmation from your hand into the circle of energy before you. You'll do this with each of the affirmations that you've created. This act throws the energy of your words, transforming them into a vibrant hologram of positive energy within the circle. As you release each of your affirmations into the circle, envision the energy of this circle intensifying, becoming more vibrant and glowing more brightly with every word that you cast into it. Once you have thrown the energy of each of your affirmations into the circle, and you can sense the positive energy within that space, physically step forward into the circle and immerse yourself in the powerful energy there. Feel the dynamic force of the energy envelop you, coursing through your entire being as a bright, glowing light and permeating every cell in your body. Take as long as you need for this part of the practice. This process not only infuses your body and mind with the essence of your new self, but also powerfully imprints these qualities onto your subconscious mind, reshaping your thought patterns in a powerful way and lifting your energy and emotions to heightened states. This step is a crucial part of the process because it leverages the imagination to create a vivid, sensory-rich experience that speaks directly to the subconscious mind, the powerful engine within you and the source of magic behind your manifestations, the mouth of God. By engaging in this immersive experience, you not only affirm your desires, but also embody them energetically, making the transition from intention to manifestation seamless and more natural, and setting the stage for these visions to materialize effortlessly in your life. Now let's take it a step further in a way that I use to work more deeply with the mouth of God. This will align with what Abdullah told Neville about transforming his outer world with his mind. Within this charged space, you're already perfectly set up to step into the reality where your desires are already realized. In other words, your mind and body should be relaxed and open in a way that you're able to easily enter the scene of your wishes already fulfilled. From this space, close your eyes and imagine the new scene forming around you. You are in it. You are there, as Abdullah said. Keeping your eyes closed, slowly begin turning around and imagine every detail of this scene. You are going to create a full 360-degree turn so that you view all of it. Examine every detail as you do this, every color, smell, and sound. If you're able to, reach your hands out and feel the textures of the things around you. Allow your imagination to take over and consume you, making the experience as real and tangible as possible. Again, take as long or as short as you need to do this. Once you have completed this visualization, you may step out of your circle and move on with your day. If you're able to walk through your normal daily life, continuing to visualize the scene around you in the same way that Abdullah told Neville to do. This may take a little practice. I like to periodically step back into my energy circle throughout the day, even if only for a few moments, to recharge my energy and prompt my mind to associate more deeply with my imagination. This powerful exercise shifts the mind to living as if the visualization is more real than the external reality. It connects deeply with the senses, creating a rich, immersive experience that blurs the lines between imagined and actual realities. Through emotional connection and by experiencing the feelings associated with the desired outcome, it strengthens belief in the new reality as an already established fact. The subconscious mind, unable to tell the difference between vividly imagined and real experiences, starts to accept these visualized scenarios as true, influencing behavior and attracting those experiences into your life. The mouth of God is the mind of man, means that you can use your imagination to change every aspect of your life. Through your imagination and by shutting the door on your senses and remaining faithful to that imagination, you activate the creative force within you, the dimensionally greater self that will take your assumption as the command, allowing the mouth of God to speak your reality into existence. If you'd like to learn a couple of more techniques to activate the creative force within you for effortless manifestation, I'll leave a couple of videos that I suggest on the screen. And if you'd like to learn how I completely changed every area of my life by doing this type of work, there's a link in the video description to my free class.